Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time. Either way, I'm super happy you're here. We got a few goodies from Nailzinacoffin. These are my monthly freebies for being part of her team. So I did not pay for these, but I do have some coming that I did pay for that I will do an unboxing of and show you guys what I got. So we're going to use one of the decals out of that. See that later on. And then we're going to use a couple colors from Beetles. First, I'm going to get the base coat down. I'm just kind of zooming through this part just because it's a little boring. We're going to use a white first, and this is to go underneath the decals. White is going to be the best, but any light color usually works. Kind of just depends on the decal and how much you want it to pop. So for this one, I decided white was the best. And then we're going to use a really pretty orange and this really pretty like plum mulberry color, I guess. It's like a violet with red, would it be how I would describe it. And we're going to do some really fun like 3D chroming. These do end up a little bit textured, so if texture bothers you, probably not the best to do like the 3D texture nails. I don't mind so much. I did wear these for a few days before I took them off, and they didn't really bother me at all. And they just were so pretty that I could not stop staring at them. Anyway, so we're getting the white on. We're going to do the white on the ring and the thumb. And I do know, I'm well aware of like the controversy with Beetles right now, and I think it's like their photosynthesizers. I don't know. If I was, I do trust the people that are saying this, but I am putting these on full cover tips, so they're not going on my actual nails. So I don't feel super like any kind of way about wearing them. The thing is, and I will probably be switching soon, but right now I haven't. I do have a hard gel layer on my nails, and it is Beetles. So I don't feel like I have any curing problems. When I file it off, it files off like there's nothing staring at me saying this is not cured all the way. But I also don't want to take any chances. I have been using this hard gel for well over a year, so I think it's safe, but I also don't know that it's safe. So I don't know. When I run out, which is I'm pretty low right now, I will probably replace it with something maybe that's a little bit more reputable. I'll probably try to see if I can get a Madam Glam hard gel. I don't even know if they do hard gel. I should probably look into that. Anyway, if you have any recommendations or something that you know is like safe and good, hard gel only. I do not want soft gel on my fingernails for this grow out process, which I'm staring at my naked nails right now. And yes, they're short. Except my thumb on my left hand is getting so long. Anyway, this is the healthiest they have been, and I can't even, years, like absolutely years. This method sucks in a way because sometimes there are times where I'm like, I just want to do my nails and leave them on for weeks and not have to, go through tips like crazy and do this whole process every few days when I want nails. But at the same time, I have been trying to find a process since I started doing my nails, which was like 6 years ago, to keep my natural nails intact and healthy and beautiful and growing out. And this is the best and first time I've found that method. So it's basically I have a hard gel layer on all my nails, top coat that, and then I use the peel off base gel to apply the tips, and then it just pops off. Usually I have not gotten more than like, I think 4 days max before I lose one. And once I lose one, I pop them all off because the only way I could put that back on is if I glued it on with nail glue, not gel, but nail glue. And then I wouldn't be able to pop it back off, and I would compromise my hard gel layer. So I just pop them all off at that point. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten more than that. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. But it is what it is. I deal with it. And then I just haven't been doing my nails a whole lot like I used to because of my hands hurting and my wrist hurting and my fingers hurting. So it's kind of working out for me, but I would like to wear nails a little bit longer. So, I mean, I like the method, but there are definitely negatives of the method. But I guess if I get what I want with my nails, then the method is going to work, because once I grow my nails out to a point where I feel like they're long enough to start doing, I will likely stop wearing full cover tips and I will just do my nails. So that's enough of that. We're going to get into the fun part. And we are going to do this 3D. I am going to zoom in a little bit so that you guys can see better. So I completely cut myself off right in the middle of talking. Anyway, so I am using the Magician stamping top coat from Born Pretty. I'm sure there's lots of other things you could use for this, but this stuff is really nice. It does not self-level, but it also dries. It doesn't dry tacky at all. So I'm just coating it on the nail like I normally would, and then I'm wiping off the excess of the brush back into the jar, and then putting waves through the gel that's on the nail. I do, because this is kind of a messy process, so I do get a little bit on this around the sidewalls, so I'm just cleaning that up really good before I cure. I don't want to cure that on my nails. I'm going to do the other orange one before I cure, and then we will use this. It's really pretty. If you put this chrome powder over black, it's more of a green, but putting it over, I mean, it took me hours of trying different chromes because I don't have an actual orange chrome to find what worked. And I finally found that if I put this specific chrome, and this chrome is also from Born Pretty. I can't link it. I don't even know what it's called. They sent it to me a very long time ago, but it is gorgeous. So I put this over the orange and it gave me the exact look that I wanted to match the decals the best way that I could. So, love it. So I cure for 60 seconds. You can cure under that and it'll still work. But with this stuff, a 60-second cure works perfect. And then just going to go over and chrome it, and you can see all that super, super beautiful texture. It's so, so pretty. And we are going to top coat this, and it still is just as pretty. You just lose some of that bumpy, texture on the nail, but you still have some of it. It definitely doesn't get rid of the texture. And you can definitely still see the texture, which is kind of the main goal. It's what I want. Now, I don't know that you would have to top coat this because, like I said, this dries like a top coat, so it's no sticky layer. But then I would risk losing the chrome by washing my hands, using alcohol, maybe even cuticle oil. The chrome is not sealed in, so you do need to seal that chrome. So that is why I will go over all these nails with a base coat and then a top coat, I believe. Yes, I think so. I guess we'll find out here in a minute. So again, I'm just coating the nail like you normally would, and then I'm wiping off the excess, and then I will go through with this brush and I will basically create waves in the nail, cure 60 seconds. And then with this one, I decided to use two purple chromes, a lighter one and a darker one. And I'm just kind of going in and I'm putting the lighter one, in the bulk of the nail I'm going to use the lighter one, and then I'm going to go in with the darker one and fill in the rest of the space, and it gives it kind of like a two-tone chrome look, which is really pretty and matches the decal almost perfectly because the decal has a purple leaf in it that is two-toned. I almost wish that I would have done the two purple nails and just one orange accent nail. But at the end of the day, it didn't really matter which way I went. They both match the decals and they both are fall beauties. And I love this texture look. So now we are just going to quickly, oh, no, not quickly. Sorry. We're going to, I think I'm base coating. I just am not 100% sure. I also don't know why I didn't speed this up like I normally do, but it doesn't matter. We are sealing in the chrome. That is what matters. you really need to, unless you're just not going to wash your hands for days, because that chrome will come off. There's nothing keeping it locked in at that point, I believe. I don't know. I've never tried not sealing it, so maybe it would work, but I highly, highly doubt that. So I'm either going in with the top coat or I'm going in with the base coat. We're going to know in about 2 seconds, because as soon as I'm done with this and I cure, if I pull out, if I do another layer, then that's what we were doing. If I don't, then we were just top coating it. Which, if I'm going to wear nails for longevity, okay, I was just top coating. Then you would want a base coat, then top coat, because otherwise the top coat can kind of peel off because there's nothing holding it down. But I don't, being that I only wear these for a few days, it's not really a risk for me. But if you are wanting your nails to last, do the base coat, then the top coat. Okay, decals. So this is the decal. So pretty. You'll see once I get it on, it's like a perfect match to the nails that I did. And I do have a layer of just gel primer. So it's not technically gel. You don't cure it. But the primer that you use. I did already do the thumb off camera just so that you guys didn't have to watch me do 2 decals. See how perfect it is? So I'm just kind of spreading it out. I want as little wrinkles as possible. And then I'm just pressing it down. The primer is the perfect sticky base for nails. But if you are not a gel user, well, then you're not going to do any of this. But if you're not a gel user and you want to use decals, you can use like Maniology sticky base. Nailzinacoffin has a great sticky base that I love, and I use that interchangeably. Sometimes I use that, sometimes I use the primer. For me, the primer is pretty much always on my desk, so it's just easier, it's right there. But either one works great. You can also use a foil gel if you don't have any. The only thing I don't recommend, that I don't have good luck with, is like a base gel. It can work, it just doesn't work fantastic. It's a little too wet is what I would say. Not that it's technically wet, but it is-ish. Anyway, it's just not sticky enough, in my opinion, to use decals with. So I would either go with an air dry sticky base coat, a foil gel air dry, or a foil gel air dry. No, a foil glue that's air dry, or a foil gel, or your primer. Any of those should work just fine. And then once I cut around to get off the excess, I'm just going in with my wood stick and I'm dipping this in water. The water will help kind of like peel up around the sidewalls and the cuticle without, you can use acetone too, but for me, I like acetone to touch my nails as little as possible. So I will always go in with an alternative, and the water with the cuticle or with the wood stick works so good. Once I have it how I like it, then I'm just going to seal that in. Well, first I'm going to, you can use dip activator or straight acetone. And I'm so sorry that I'm off camera. I was not paying attention clearly. And I just go over the nail really lightly. You don't want too much. And then you can press it down and that will get out any wrinkles that are still left in the decal. Remember, you are putting something that's flat on a curved nail, so you're bound to have a little bit of wrinkling here and there, but this will take out all those wrinkles, and then we will base coat it. And I always, always, always base coat and then top coat decals, just because I really, really want them to be protected. Oh my God, my words today. As I was saying, I want them to be protected because I don't want the decal to peel up. And if you don't seal it in really good, then it's not going to. So base coat, cured that for 60 seconds. Now we're going in with the top coat and we're going to cure that for 60 seconds. We're also going to just make sure that like we're going around the free edge really well, just to seal in that decal so that it doesn't lift up, which works great. You can also go over these with just regular nail polish. If you're not a gel user, you can use dip top coat. There's a whole method to that. It's pretty easy. I do have videos on it if you want to look back at decal videos before I started using gel pretty much exclusively. And then there we are. This is our set. We're going to get some cuticle oil on. This is from Nailzinacoffin. Don't know what scent. I just grabbed one. And these bad boys are good to go. I just love the texture. It's so fun. Gives the nails a completely different look than just doing a flat color with, you know, even with just chrome, it would still look beautiful, but the texture just adds something to it. Thought it was perfect for fall. My goodness, my hands are just so bruised. I don't know why. In there, right now in real life, they look fine. They're just really swollen. I mean, my goodness, my hands are so swollen. Anyway, yeah, this medical crap that I'm going through is not fun, and I'm pretty much over it. Okay, so there we go. We've got this set done. I am super thankful for you guys being here watching. Hopefully you guys like this. Sorry, the lighting is a little off. I did change my desk around, so I will try to work on the lighting for the next video. I think I have that figured out, but I'm not sure. But I will try to make it better for the next video. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching. I super appreciate you guys. Give it a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, totally free. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please reach out if you have any questions, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Bye.